is up? I think we're live. And inside it's lonely. On a Wednesday, this meeting was not supposed to happen. It's September. We're taking our month off here at what cost, but I wanted to keep the streak alive. And Jake was going to host, but he's been grinding his heart out at work. You know how that goes. So we threw together a quick agenda. We'll post this meeting up for people to stay in touch, stay connected to At What Cost, what's up. And we will keep the meetings going. Shout out to everybody who has been following us along, this journey so far. It's been pretty sweet. We're on our 23rd biweekly meeting, so every 2 weeks. We've met up on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock 23 times. All meetings are recorded, fully transparent. If you're watching it on YouTube, hello. Part of the reason that we do that is because we get accused of trying to brainwash people, manipulate people, who knows what. So we want to put it out there for everybody to see. Welcome to At What Cost. We're a UFCW Local 8 reform group, just trying to build a stronger, more active, educated, and engaged membership here in the UFCW. These kind of meetings, this Discord server that you can see on the right-hand side of your screen here is the ideas that we tried to bring to our union, and they kind of shot us down and told us that they weren't interested in us having a digital space to meet. So we created one ourselves, and we started meeting up like this and talking to other people and spreading the word, and kind of trying to help grow this union movement here in Local 8, and we're going to keep on grinding with that. I like to kick our meetings off with a little breakdown of what we got going on social media. So Discord server, 178 people. We had 2 casualties. We lost 2 members. Just a reminder, it is September, so everybody's taking September off. We've decided to, relax through the month of September. So no activities going on the official level from At What Cost. Just kind of me rambling on like I do. So no recruiting, but when we get back in October, we'll be actively recruiting new members. So keep your ears peeled, eyes peeled for that. If you have coworkers that you think might be interested in getting more involved and active in their union, direct them to any one of our social media channels. Instagram continues to grow. Instagram's been badass. 9 new members there, 176 followers on Instagram. Shout out to our Instagram people. Jake runs that page, and yeah, it's been cool to see that continue to get more and more content on it, and the numbers continue to go up. I think Instagram is going to be one of our most popular accounts. Facebook got a pop, 126. Shout out Facebook people. We have an At What Cost group on Facebook as well. YouTube, we got 124 subscribers, 4 new subscribers on YouTube. If you're watching there, shout out to the YouTube members. I think I have chat working. If you're in chat, you could say something. But I think I finally got this all set up right so that it works like perfectly well. That's cool. 124 people on YouTube. We've been using that channel a lot more, and just wanted to share the channel analytics with everybody out there. We started posting to the channel in March. You'll see here in early March we kind of made our first post here, and the channel's just crossed 17,000 views and 625 hours watched on the YouTube channel. So that's been cool seeing people hang out there. We've been getting a lot more comments and interactions on that channel. So hopefully we can see that continue to grow. What's up, Paul? I wasn't expecting anybody on our month hiatus. So what is up? Thank you for joining.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to stop by. Check in.
This is gonna be
I
sick.
wouldn't miss the meeting, especially after I just met Jake in person. I see it.
Oh, sweet. How did that go?
It was pretty funny. I I didn't expect him. I don't know. I didn't expect him to look the way he did, so it was kind of surprising to see him in person. Only
Oh,
room is the avatar.
that's pretty funny. Yeah, he's a certain kind of guy, that's for sure. It's funny because he totally fits like the punk rock, like the anti-Nazi, like skinhead punk rock era guy that he is. Like he really fits that vibe to me with like his like tracksuit vibe. Like he's got his real slick
Yeah.
look to him, dude. Good guy. Good guy. Did you guys have a good time?
No, it was great actually. I was glad I did it because it's a lot easier to talk about stuff
Yeah, that's cool.
when it's not Discord, to be honest.
Cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad. Are you planning on going to Newark? Is that still on the table for you? I got your ticket.
Yeah, I know. I am all game for it. I'd call out sick even if I had to. I would make it for anything.
Yeah, that's happening. Month countdown is coming. That's cool. Cool, cool. Alex might join from UFCW 7. Dude, he's been
I
doing some. Oh shit! He just popped in. You weren't there 2 seconds ago, dude. That's funny.
Yeah, sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I lost track of time.
Oh, you're good. Yeah,
It's
dude,
all
like
good.
I wasn't sure if you were coming, bro. I was like when I told you we were having our meeting tonight, I forgot that we were like not supposed to be doing anything in September. We were supposed to be taking
Why,
Oh,
why we
you
not?
promised everyone a hiatus, huh?
yeah, we were supposed to be taking like a month off and I was like, yeah, I'm not breaking the streak, bro.
We can do it. We can do an unofficial. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a quorum, so hopefully no one's here to change any bylaws just yet. Uh
we have
Oh,
clubs to a Discord meeting.
yeah, we did.
I guess I need to throw away a few plans.
When we kicked off this thing, it's funny because we only need 7 people to have a quorum in our bylaws, and so we were like, yeah, let's just make that our number two. That's pretty easy. Uh,
That's the number from the International Constitution. So
yep. That's a small group of like, e-board
well,
members.
at 700, apparently we have not had a meeting with quorum in a long time. So
You haven't had a what? Oh,
apparently none of the meetings have had quorum in a good while.
that's hilarious.
So none of them are just official. They're just all guys sitting around.
Apparently, I sadly have not gone to any of them. I'm going to the one in September. Apparently, the president shows up, and if there aren't 7 people there, he just goes home.
My president hasn't even
That's
been to one of our meetings.
Does it not say that you president's required to be chair?
No, he can
you
have a
probably haven't been yet.
reason.
We can
That's
designate. Yeah.
custodial rule.
Who do they send? Besides president.
It's been this like ascending hierarchy of vice presidents, like as we've been making our way to the final boss. Like each time we go, it's a high. I swear to God, dude. Each time we go, it's been chaired by like a higher salaried vice president.
Okay, one sec. Um, let me pull up something from let me pull up a copy of my bylaw. Yeah, I assume your bylaws are very similar to my bylaws.
Yeah, they are. Basically, when I was reading over that thing, the changes that you made, they're basically the exact same.
I sent you a copy of my bylaws too. Uh,
Which
It's so
that's
funny. Every local has the exact same bylaws, works for the exact same company, has the exact same type of members, and then they're just completely separated from each other.
yeah, dude. Like honestly, it is like for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's just to fucking not let us do anything in mass.
Yeah.
does the president dis- distribute a financial report at a regular meeting for you guys because he's supposed to. He's required to at least you in ours.
There hasn't been any financials at the 3 meetings that we've been to.
Well, if he doesn't do it at the next one, and you find out the same as us, you should file a complaint because ours it says the president shall make such itemized statement available for inspection by the members of the local union on a reasonable basis. The president shall make or distribute a financial report at a regular meeting or series of regular meetings of the membership, not less than once a year.
Yeah, that's cool. It's it
Actually, you
I
guys could probably like ahead of time. You should probably say, "Hey, president, you have to come here and do this."
Bro, the only thing I'm gonna say to my president is pack your fucking bags, bro, and dust off the shelves before you leave. Like
You don't want him to. You don't want to make him face the crowd.
dude, I don't. He's he's gonna get drug out into the spotlight one way or another. But dude, even like
Yeah.
even like complaining, like filing a complaint on the bylaws, I feel like this is like an internal circle jerk where like we file the complaint and they all just sit there and fucking laugh at it as they pass it around, and then he just does the financial reports like he's supposed to, and 3 people show up and nobody cares. Like it's just this depressing like atmosphere where these guys are so smug, like they could care less. Like we're just like gnats, like literal gnats to them. And
That's a shame.
I really hope
I
that
think I think your president's a lot worse than our president. And Tracy's not
Local
here.
aid's a runner-up for one of the worst presidents in the entire country, based off of what I've seen.
dude, we have seriously got like like Hoffa, like Timu Hoffa.
Country Hoffa. Is he even country? I honestly can't tell what kind of guy Jock is. He just looks kind of generically bourgeois. A little.
Dude, 100%, dude. Like face injectables for sure.
Yeah.
What is there pictures of him just easily circulating? I don't think I know.
Bro, dude, he's like Kim Jong Un. Like every single thing we get has has his freaking emoji on it, dude.
From like
Oh, is it?
2005.
God, he looks weird.
He-
Like his face looks like it's like a balloon underneath it.
we listen, listen. His ideology is bad enough. We can get him on his ideology. He has no place in the union. These guys are businessmen. That's the problem. Is all these guys are businessmen and they've been running these unions like a business. And good on them. They've made a ton of money for themselves, but at what cost? You know what I mean?
Yep. Amen.
He's a UFCW8 website has a page of Jocko Ball talking.
Has what?
Your UFC8W8 website has a page dedicated to Jocko Ball.
Yeah, it does. I heard 2 times a day you can hear like a musical harpsichord play, but you don't know what time it is that it's gonna be. No, I have no idea. But yeah, there's a shrine to Jacques Laval on the Jacques Laval website. Every piece of literature we get has that picture of Jacques Laval on it.
Okay, I have to ask. I don't want to just. Why would he willingly pick this picture for himself?
You have to assume that that's the one that makes him feel the best about the inside. Like
It's not a good picture.
when he sees that, he feels like the fucking man, dude. And I bet
Over this one.
he calls. I bet he like hits up, his assistants and stuff. I like the one where he's like got his pen and he's like telling the Albertsons lawyers like, "You're gonna give me my trust fund money or else."
Or else.
I listen again. They had their run, dude. They've had it for a very, very, very long time. And in our situation, his father had it before him. So this is an empire on decline, right? Like, and
Our president was apparently. Our president was just apparently a rep for a really long time and not considered very good.
yeah, that's the
They just let him be
UFCW
president.
staff
Oh,
model is just fail your way up to the top.
or just buy your way in, I guess. Know the right guy, or be the
Oh,
son of the right guy. Depends how bad it is.
it
Well,
seriously.
I hope you guys do well. Oh, Paul, I should send you a copy of my Discord, my bylaws proposals.
I put it in the chat already, bro.
Yeah, I'll download them. I mean, making a compilation of them. I've already made a compilation of most of the locals. I'm trying to hook up, like, you kind of make it a master sheet so you
What,
can get like everything on it.
oh
I
no,
could do that for
I
sure.
made a list of things I thought should be changed about the
Yeah,
bylaws.
dude, this is actually, you should check this
Oh,
document
wow.
out, Paul, because you'll think it's pretty cool. And this is actually an agenda item here, so it's perfect. We can just roll into it. But Alexander shared this document with me the other day, and he basically took our bylaws, which were all they're basically the same, and rewrote
Yeah.
specific sections of them to flip them entirely like member first, like all power to the membership, easy
Yeah, work.
access, dude. It's really good. uh what's really great about it, bro, is that you put the cliff notes like in each one, which is like, here's like the point of what this is about to do, and then included the actual language and the changes for the bylaws. So shout out to you for that document. that that's sick. Now, if I think like, I see that and I go, yeah, obviously that's why we need to get into leadership positions into our locals to make these changes to the bylaws. Now, my guess
Yeah,
is that you're trying to organize a campaign around like actually doing this in your local before that. Is that your thought process?
and we don't have elections for another 3 years, so
Yeah. So are you guys going to try to
it would be
petition for a bylaws change?
that would be the thought, or force a vote for a bylaws change. Yeah, because you can force a vote with 10%.
What would that
Okay.
be, like
I mean,
700?
We have like a 15,000,
So
so almost
1500.
1,500,
2.5K.
which is a very high bar to
Yeah.
get, but we have 3 years to organize around it.
I mean, really, the one thing I think I've learned from reading from the historical examples is it's not about how many people you can do. It's not about how much you can do, because you just have a hard limit eventually. No matter how hard you work, you're not going to be able to hit every goal unless you find people who you can turn into organizers. Like, we've got to just
100%.
start just kind of throwing out our nets and just trying to catch people. Like, I just saw somebody mention Local 5 in At What Cost for the first time. And
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna see what's up, because I don't have any other options in my store, so I gotta start looking around outside of it. I gotta start visiting other stores.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. Is I went store to store to store and told them to come join our Zoom calls that Essential Local for Democracy would do.
Yeah, I think that's what essential workers is good for. That's why I'm kind of the only reason I'm hedging my bets a little is I really want the new newsletter to come out, so I have something good to pass around.
Well, hey, and one thing you could do is like when you guys end your hiatus, try to get as many people as you can here, and then start putting posters in break rooms saying, "Hey, there's a big organizing Zoom call. Feel free to join," and just see if you can get anyone to show up.
Yep,
Yeah,
we'll be smacking back on that on our side too. Is just getting back out into recruiting and trying to grow, cuz we flipped the switch off during the campaign, and we were all on the contract campaign, and we were just focused on negotiations and communicating throughout that process. But before that, it was all
Uh,
growth, and we'll go back to growth.
there's a local co-op in Bloomington, here at 700. They only have 2 stores, but they have a contract coming up in December of 2026. So I was. It seems like a good test case of how we could try to improve our organizing. because I mean that's somewhere that's a location where they can you can talk to every single member of their entire bargaining fairly easily.
Yeah, they've only got 2 organized stores.
And they only have 2 stores, period.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And they only recently became organized in the last like 7 years ago.
That actually, it's small, but that might be a great place to pull some people from that are really into the union right now, that are just getting into it.
So I'm not sure if I've mentioned this to you before, but their starting wage, and it has not increased and does not increase through the entire life of their contract, is $11.55.
God.
Yeesh. That's rough, dude.
Dude
And like
I mean,
says
I don't know what the average is.
16.05.
That sounds
What?
bad. I said I don't know what the
So
average is in Indiana, but
well, okay, through reference, we got 16.05, and I think our contract's terrible.
yeah.
So they're getting $4.50 worse than a terrible contract.
dude, every UFCW contract sucks.
It's
The
not
way
even like
they
it's not even a testament to who's better at like bargaining or anything. It's just did they start off at a better place before they started their decline? It's just pure chance.
Serious,
How many
bro.
people-
Serious.
But it seems like with a unit this small, a local could like actually give them strike funds
Yeah,
if they
dude. I
wanted to,
think
at least.
every person I've talked to, if I dude, listen, like I said, hey, would you increase your dues by $2 a week if it went into a dedicated strike fund? Every person was like, fuck yeah.
Dude, yeah, I know. Like, forget the stupid political donation thing. Why
Yeah.
don't they have like a voluntary strike fund thing? Why
100%,
isn't it
dude.
mandatory for reps and anyone in leadership?
Yeah,
I mean,
because
they
they
spend
don't want to strike
millions
ever.
on. They spend millions on lobbies. I was talking with Caitlin this morning, and we did the math that like if we just donated $1 a week from to a strike fund, if everyone did that, we would be going into the next with a $1.5 million strike fund.
Yeah, that's badass, dude. Like, I mean, hello. Hello, is anybody listening? We are willing to fund our own strike fund. I mean, we're funding the whole operation. Like, don't forget it. Like, our dues money, dude. There's that has gotten 100% support. The people that have, so we've had 5 people send in letters of intent to run for office so far. 5 people, which is badass. So we have 5 people that are gonna run on this platform, and all of them have
How
said,
many VPs do you have?
I think 20.
We have 18 here. You guys should try and fill out an entire slate and try to make sure you have different people in for different spots.
Yeah, that's the 20 people willing to take over leadership in the union when 20 people coming to a meeting is a challenge, is a big challenge. I really do hope that a lot of people that there's a lot of people that have really good ideas and really like when you talk to them on the shop floor, you're like, dude, like you should run for office. Like I would I would follow you. Like it, and it's just they do a really good job making you think that you can't. And the world does a really good job making you not think you can take on that extra work, And I hope that we have time, right? Like we do have time. We stepped out really early in saying that we had interest in this. Technically, the nominations aren't going to open up until 6 months prior to the election, so there's time for people to, hear normal ass like rank and file workers being like, "Yo, we're gonna run for office," and then hopefully be like, "That means that I can't too," Like if that dumbass can do it, I sure as hell can do it.
I mean, that's kind of my current thought is if this, I can't think I could possibly do worse than the people who are in charge right now.
You can't. Like you can't, dude. Like a paper fucking bag with that picture of Jacques Laval glued to the front of it would do a better job.
Sure, that's not a jock, is it?
Even worse.
uh, let's see. I'm gonna
Sorry,
I
count.
don't know. One of these days, you're gonna say something too. You're gonna take it too far, and he's gonna come off the YouTube call and join himself.
I hope, bro. This still like for all intents, just a heads up because we have like we're not a nonprofit and we haven't taken any money from nonprofits, so I don't want there to be any accusations that like this platform is used for like illegal campaigning. The door is open. Like if you want to do a 2-hour documentary about how I'm a spawn of the devil, I will post it on the At What Cost channel. I don't give a fuck. You can. I would love to have a conversation with you about why you think closed bargaining and shrinking our union membership is good for us.
That's actually something Amy and Erica, who run the Kroger Facebook groups and our local Facebook groups, have been pretty like militant in keeping out reps from it, and I don't really know how to feel about it.
Yeah, you guys have some very tight controls, and I mean it's just like it's just ideologies, right? Like I'm not in charge of this group. I've like said from the very beginning that I don't take any ownership. I created this server. So I guess technically I have like administrative permission of this server, but this is like horizontal and it's an open door. There's probably reps and staff and like I said a million times, I hope they're taking fucking notes and they use them to improve our union. Like there's one goal behind everything we're doing, and it doesn't involve doing anything in the dark, like backdoor shady dealings and anything like that. Like unionism, like solidarity building, like all this stuff is like it needs to be done out in the open so that other people can like see like hey like
Oh,
this is okay.
I had my union rep talk about your worker to worker podcast that I was in just the last week, and he was complaining that I apparently misrepresented the international reps because apparently they came and saw it and complained to the local, and then he said that they were going to talk to me about it and they didn't, and so now 2 months later I'm getting a complaint that I mischaracterized the international reps.
how how
I mean, apparently, when I apparently they said that they didn't say that our local wasn't doing education attempts, and Dylan, a regional rep, most certainly did say that our members were incredibly uneducated, and our local doesn't seem like it's been trying to educate them, and that our local hasn't been doing very much organizing, and we need to, if we want to have a successful campaign, we need to spend 3 years doing organizing for it because you guys aren't organizing. The international reps said that to me, and apparently someone sent them that podcast and whined about it. But wouldn't tell me to my face because apparently they watched it and then came back in the stores afterwards and I talked to them again and they didn't mention it to me. So of the 50 viewers on that podcast, apparently at least a couple people with our union.
dude, they're probably all union staff, dude.
Which is kind of sad.
It's a congratulations. They should put out an official statement. It sounds like it was like, hey man, that's not what we said, and it's like, oh, you said something that means the same thing, but you use different words.
Yeah,
that or they just lied. I mean,
yeah.
As I say, I would have loved for them to come to my face and say, hey, we didn't say that, but apparently they had to go and complain to Tracy.
Which, yeah, you know what? If you did say again, dude, if you did say something wrong, they would just correct you, and then you would be like, "Oh, hey, I was wrong about that." Like, there's nothing nefarious about what's going on here. They think there's this. They think it with criticism. They assume ill intent, and it's not. It's actually like like my wish all along was that they would just all start doing their jobs really well, so that we could just do our jobs really well, like we do. Like there's a
Yeah, I feel like
symbiotic.
they'd just be embarrassed.
Yeah, have some shame, dude. Uh, but nobody's ever talked to me either. Like I've gotten like all kinds of criticism from like like side channels about like, hey man, you can't really be talking about them like that, and like da da da. They really wish you would have not said you. They don't like it when you say their salaries on the fucking internet. And I'm just like, yeah, tough. This is the LM2, bro. If you don't, if I would be, I would love to celebrate your salary. I would love to be like, damn, Jacques Laval, $318,000. I love seeing you out there fighting for that money every day. Instead, I look at your $500,000 payment to your private business, and I think you might be committing a crime.
Tracy said during our contract vote and multiple updates that he would be at stores talking to people, and he didn't come down to Bloomington once. Apparently, for him, going to stores means going to the couple that's right outside of his office.
Yeah, like where he shops, where they're all just like, "Hey, what's up, Tracy?" Like every time he walks in. Of course, of course.
You
Although
have
I wouldn't be.
seen. Oh, go ahead.
So I wouldn't. I kind of doubt that he shops at Fogus. I imagine he's too scared to show his face there. But
That's funny.
You have all seen like union reps and the president and stuff. When I was in UFCW, I saw nobody. I still maintain that. Like Jason Chung, my rep, Mark Ramos, my president, never showed up. And it's like when you said you met an international rep, that's like even more rare. I'm like, oh my god, you saw a unicorn. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, basically. Dude, I didn't even know the international existed till like 2 years ago.
You
I
only
literally didn't understand.
you have to turn down 2 contracts, and then you summon them like the fucking beast.
It's like the new game plus. They start showing up.
For me, yeah.
Oh my god.
Do I get to carry over all my stats, bro? Oh, that's so funny. That's so.
I have a friend online in Canada talking, and apparently he's also in UFCW, and I've known him for years and didn't know that. Talk about how just no one there knows anything at all about the local whatsoever. It seems like it's this bad anywhere you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in deep need of reform, and dude, just so and think about that, because there's, you know, Paul's been building up this database of all these different locals. So do you know the number off the top of your head of how many different locals there are by chance?
Yeah, I think the grand total number, without accounting for the ones that recently closed within the last 20 years, somewhere around 250 to 300. I think it's more on the 250 side because a lot closed and they're still on there even if they're from 2002. I think it was somewhere around 250. I got most of them written down. I didn't do a good job of cataloging the total number,
Dude, but
but
that's
most of
still,
them are like tiny, tiny, very small.
these are like deeply entrenched, like multi-generational friends, families, just that have owned these locals since the beginning of unionism. Like these guys do
Yeah,
not want
you
to give up
definitely
this
see that.
power. They don't want to give up this lifestyle. You have the Essential Workers for Democracy just put out the 2025 the 2025 $250,000 a year club, which is the list of UFCW officers that are making over 250K. Shout out to Jacques. He made the list. Shout out to Kirk Bott, our secretary treasurer. He also made the list. Uh,
Yeah, I've there's a lot of locals. I've tried to memorize like most of them on the West Coast. I find that just more useful to me. I think the latest ones that have merged were obviously Local 3000, Seattle and Spokane, but also the Oregon one, 555. It ate up all of the UFCW locals in Idaho, like a year and a half ago.
Crazy.
And then of course there's local 8, which apparently ate up a lot of small locals in like these red like rural areas.
that's
I don't. That's what we call them, at least in LA, like the red rural areas, Lake Tahoe and all that. And we know that because of the Unabomber video that you showed me. The Unabomber guy was like, "Don't vote to merge the locals. Don't trust Jacques."
Yeah, that guy was very crazy. Also, he was kind of right about everything he was saying. But
He was like just in a darkly lit room with a conspiracy theory whiteboard. That video makes me laugh every time. It was like a Unabomber video. I've got the schematics to the basement. The bomb's gonna go
dude,
here in the air vent.
it really sucks when like a straight like lunatic is on to the plot because it like buys them like another 2 decades of the plot. They just get to smear the person that like came out, and then everybody stops paying attention again. Which that's something that's going to be coming our way that we have to be prepared for. And it's already started. I mean, they've already gone around and been throwing like politics and stuff around randomly, which is really shitty to do. And we'll just have to respond to it and keep going, right?
Paul, you in a semi-reformed local. Have you guys tried?
Nobody else can-
So what? So what did you say, Paul?
I didn't say anything. Sorry.
So, but you in a semi-reformed local. I'm
No,
curious.
no, I didn't say anything. Noise. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My
You
dog.
in you in a semi-reformed local. Have you guys made any changes to your bylaws? I'm also curious if like 3000 has managed to make any changes to its bylaws. Is that poison pill presidential veto at the international?
I prefer the term performatively reformed because when like only doing it, I mean, it really calls into question what they're really doing, other than showing that they don't really agree with the international and everything. So. But no, I mean, I asked my rep once or twice about the bylaws, and he just gave me like, "Why don't you go look them up?" Like that was his answer because he clearly didn't know what they were. So I was like, "All right, fine." And I didn't go through and look at them, but I don't know. Nothing the e-board does is like public. So I mean, even though we're
Well,
semi-reformed, like there's no easy way to find out unless I like tried to pull a string and like ask somebody I know who's
well,
on it.
anytime they change their bylaws, they have to update them with the
Mm,
government so you can see it.
okay.
So, but yeah,
Right.
I mean, the thing is that executive boards can just propose bylaws amendments and immediately send them out for a vote without that petition. So I'm just wondering if anyone that
But
has
we
managed
would
to
have to
even
vote on it, right? Like there's a rank and
yes,
file vote.
you'd have to vote on it, but they could
Okay,
just
then the quick answer is absolutely not. Yeah, no, they have not done that at all.
so I just it seems like there's absolutely no one in the entire country who's managing to get bylaws enforced.
I haven't even. You're the
Yeah.
first person that has presented a document with bylaws changes that I would vote on. I don't know. No one. That's what I was saying at the beginning. Is like nobody even knows these things exist.
Yeah. We've been
Including
looking
the
for you.
staff of the union. Like the union staff are
Yeah,
not familiar with the
the reps
bylaws.
tell you to go look it up yourself. 100% of the time,
Mm.
I bet.
Yeah, Local 5 is interesting, like the East Bay and all that. From what I've learned, the president that was in office during convention, he voted yes on like all of the reform measures. He was friends with like other local presidents, 3000 out downtown LA. And then immediately after the convention, he died of old age. Like he was like in his 80s.
It wasn't
Um,
John Fromm, dude. Oh my God. Boom.
yeah,
That explains
yeah, it was.
so much.
Yeah, and then immediately after he died, I'm pretty sure there's no connections now with the other locals with 3000 or anything like that. And in particular, if you want me to give out one specific target to like avoid, one guy to avoid is Jim Araby. He's an organizing director now, and
Oh.
he's a funny guy. Some guy at REI, he's like an interesting like little communist guy. He said that James Araby does like to fight the companies. He's fighting REI and bargaining and stuff. He encourages people to strike, but he's still part of the old guard. He still tells people like don't listen to the cranks at 3000.
Dude, that's so crazy because, yo, shout out to Jim. He just DM'd me on Facebook like a few days ago and was like trying to set up a side conversation with me. He asked me what
I was gonna say, I'm like, wait, didn't the organizing director message you?
Yes, dude. Yes, bro. That was that guy. Okay, I thought I had talked to you about that too. Yeah, we still haven't had our conversation yet, but I did send him my manifesto on. He asked me to explain in more detail what I meant by union revitalization. So he got a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna call you back.
Yeah, I have a feeling that yeah, that he did his research on his side and then disappeared.
He used to be like before Mark Ramos. I think he was like the Western States president or something like that. He was like a president of a huge board or something like that. That's all I know about him. But he said like yeah, people he said that like we're all cranks or something like that a while ago. But said the only good thing about him is like yeah, this guy named Sam Wise. I added him to this Discord.
Yeah, he's
He's
in
like this
here.
cool. He's this hippie like commie crank guy in like San Francisco. He says that like he does fight REI. He's like he's good on that, and that's about it.
Hey, we'll
He almost
take it.
seems like the way you describe him is like he's kind of like a nationalist, like the old guard. Like it's almost like nationalistic the way they just don't want to trust any other locals and pretend that like they're gonna screw them over somehow if they work together.
It is
Like
super
deeply,
weird.
Isolationist.
Yes.
yeah.
Total isolationist, total like coalitionists. My way is the highway is like the ideas that they have, like they're very, but it's stupid because they act like, and part of it is to keep the membership from like connecting across locals like this. Like if you think about like how spread out we are on this call right now with just the 4 people in this room, this is their worst fucking nightmare, dude. Like, because ultimately they're actually all the same, like you were saying at the beginning of all of this, Paul, is they act like they're on different planets, but they're the same goddamn things, dude.
Yeah, literally every time. That's what drives me insane is they all say like, "Oh, we can't trust them. Oh, it's different over there. The wages are lower." And it's always BS. They have the exact same problems. They're the same companies.
Same everything, same weirdos running the show. All right, rolling on to this next agenda item. We're gonna wrap this like meeting up because again, this was a fakie. I wasn't expecting but this is cool, dude. I love. I'm so glad you guys came because I love this. Like these conversations, it's like it nerds me out. I'm just like, yes, there's a chance, dude. We got this. Woo! Anyway, book club.
There's a chance.
There is
the field. What is it? The crop is ripe, right? It's almost harvest time. In a few years.
Unless you're a soybean farmer. Ayo. Sorry, didn't mean to break the news, but the order coming out of China is non-existent. Arkansas soybean farmers caught in a prayer circle trying to figure out a way to sell their soybeans. Them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. All right. Paul had a great idea. We brought it up kind of casually last meeting. I went ahead and made the room. It's book club time, baby. We're taking the nerdy scholarly learning and we're making it an official project. So I made the channel. Channel that now exists in here because I am the king of Discord. Book club's what it's called. And this book, he shared a couple chapters of it. I listened to the chapter that he shared with me was like later on in the book. And then it was just like instantly like, oh yeah, this is cool. I want to listen to this. The whole thing it's not all the way out yet. Is that correct?
Yeah, the dude who does it, I mean, it's just a small, tiny channel. I don't even know how I found it, but
Yeah.
yeah, he does it all himself, and he's pretty good at productivity wise. I mean, he releases like one chapter every half a week or so, and I think he's like 90% of the way done.
Awesome. So the
He
whole
said it was
he's
like 4 or 5.
dude, that's sick. He's
But
reading the book, basically, and it is a great way to like you can listen to this like while you're driving around or whatever. So the idea I think like is just to casually kind of throw this together and see who's got books ideas that they want to share and just work our way through educating ourselves like more and more over time, starting with American trade unionism. Selected writings by William Z. Foster. It's been some pretty sick, like old school, like Teamster shit, and really good, like or it's so crazy. I was talking to the lady Jane that started Labor Notes when I was in Chicago, and it's funny how we like generationally over time just keep regurgitating this shit. Like it's the same shit, and we're just like, maybe if I use these words, people will listen. Over and over and over again through time. And that's basically the definition of organizing. And it seems to be, I don't know, man. I hope we keep going because what the fuck, dude? Like people gotta listen. People, I've been swearing a lot. Not having Jenica and Gina on this meeting. My apologies. I've been swearing a lot on this meeting. I've been much better about that in the past, but sorry. But man, it's like they had this code cracked. Like these guys had this code cracked. They made huge gains. We had a glorious 20 years of a robust middle class. But I saw a meme on the internet that said the other day it was like, hey, just a heads up. South Park has been on the air longer than the middle class was alive. I'm like, oh shit. That's kind of depressing, dude. We got to pump this thing up. We got to get this knowledge like back into our minds, like in a practical way where we're out there using it to improve our working conditions in our world. So great idea, great suggestion from Paul. I think I would just to use this channel. I will set up a date, and Paul and I, we can coordinate when's a good day for you. But I would love to like every other week or weekly or however you want to do it. Maybe even weekly.
I honestly think like one or two chapters. We could feel it out, but I think 1 or 2 chapters a week is more
Cool.
than doable because it's all audio. Yeah, and it's not too long, especially the first ones. I've already kind of written notes out, and I would say that the main reason I chose this, just for anyone who's possibly interested, is specifically because when I was listening to this, which I kind of just did offhandedly, I realized that most of this guy's struggles, which he's covering mostly stuff he experienced firsthand, which isn't always obvious by the title. Uh, he experienced basically these very conservative unions that eventually would form the AFL and the AFL itself, which already existed. Uh, and he had to fight from within as a rank and file member almost every time in order to get them to do anything. He had to drag them, and he had to do all this organizational effort, and it made him very good at it. Uh, but it's basically just him telling you his strategies and also the history. So it's kind of twofold there. In which case, it will, it helps you learn about how the labor movement used to work before you could just walk in and get a vote and organize a shop. And it also shows the strategies that still work for how to get people behind you and how to win strikes, not just how to do them because it's a risky thing. It's just a lot of good information from basically an expert,
Yeah, I think,
expert in the field.
dude, I think I got that same vibe too, and I think it speaks to like a lot of even as we like go to move back into this like growth period where we're like out there recruiting and we're trying to get more people involved, like out there engaging and trying to pull people into the group. That there's this idea and this fear we had early on that if we grow too fast, we won't have this like really strong, solid foundation, this structural foundation that we need to support that growth and sustain that growth, and that anytime we took any pressure from the outside, we would just crumble because we wouldn't have this like knowledge and this understanding like backing this group that we were building. And so to that point, I think you're spot on with like this type of stuff, like and also in this format, it is really digestible. We'll add the second chapter in here and do 2 chapters a week and see if we can just burn through it. But hopefully we can like touch base and kind of talk about it and then move through the book. And so for people that aren't able to commit to or reading the book, if it's actually a physical book, or in this case listening to the chapters, but do still want to participate in the discussion or get at least like the Cliff Notes conversation about it, that'll be available too. So that's something that we've been thinking about, and we will roll that out probably here in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. But thank you for suggesting, dude. I've been buying and reading and listening to a ton of labor books, and then you want to, like, it's funny because I don't know, maybe this is like an old person thing. You don't have anybody to talk to about it. There's like nobody else is
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah, and you're like, dude, oh my God, hey, will you listen to this so that we can talk about it real quick?
I mean, that's the other thing is it really should be more like a club. Like this is obviously just the starting one, but really, if anyone reads anything cool, an article, a book, just found an event or something, even if you just interviewed somebody or something like that, it should, and you want to share it, like that should be the place where you can just share it
Cool. Yeah, that's a good
and
idea.
try and get other people.
That's a good idea, dude. I saw you connected with Vincent in the chat, dude. I didn't realize. I knew there was some local 5 people in here, but I don't know who. Hopefully, bro, that's your first like local 5 recruit into At What Cost Local 5. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, I know. It's bad that I haven't gotten anyone, but there's really no young people that are like easy targets, dude.
But you don't have a QR code. You haven't been out there like actively recruiting. So what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Have you? Or
yeah.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you set up a table
No,
and got 0
no,
people. I don't know.
I need to.
I know that if you went out and did it, you'd get some. You get like 1 for every 25 people you talk to. It's not great, but it happens. It happens. I promise. You look, dude. You already got 3 people in there. Shout out to Jake and me and Paul, building up.
Yeah.
It's cool. That's all I got. We're wrapping this baby
Rob's
up.
working on a few people too in San Diego. He's telling me.
Oh really? Oh, dude,
Really?
I got to hit him up. I forgot. I haven't texted him yet. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Wait,
Like
which
I
one's
said,
Rob?
it's some guy I've been talking to in San Diego. His name's Rob Carrillo. I met him in labor notes, literally straight up at the Central Workers stuff. And he's like an old head. He's like an older guy. He's been very frustrated with Restaurant Depot. He said like he's forced to pay dues to some local in New York. It makes no sense. He thinks it's like it's all mafia owned or something. And he got so tired of it, he got a job. It's like 6 months ago at Ralph's. So he's like working a deli over there at Ralph's, and he said at Ralph's he's finding a lot more people to work with, which is good. But yeah, he's an old head. So like I said, you can text him and stuff. I can give you his number and stuff if you want to just say hi. But once you start texting him, he'll start like texting you randomly, like sometimes I wake up in the morning. He's just like, yeah, man, the paradise is actually anarchism. We need to live on farms, and we all need to get sneed. I'm just like, he can be a lot sometimes. He's like, yeah, man, I was in every socialist organization in the '70s, and they all hated each other, and then this group, blah 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 blah. So just letting you know beforehand, he's gonna talk about that.
Dude, that's funny. I need
I
to
get you.
I need to hit him up, dude. I'm gonna shoot him a text and see if he wants to chat and do a worker to worker or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool. The rest of this month is pretty clear. I kept the next meeting on the calendar. It's gonna be on September 24th. Be right before we kick off, and then really, dude, like the relaunch into Action Jackson season is gonna be in October, and it's gonna kick off with that October 5th barbecue with Sean O'Brien and the Teamsters of Local 439 in Newark. Shout out to them for the invite. They got us some sick blue and yellow, like UFCW blue and yellow Teamsters 439 shirts to wear while we're there. And they hooked us up with the tickets, and we're going out
So we
there.
stand out.
Dude, we're gonna. I don't know. They had like 5 or 6 different shirt designs, and that one was one of them. So I picked it for us because I was like, oh, dude, those are our colors right there. We have 5 people currently going. I think that if more people are interested in going, if you happen to hear this between now and then, and you wanna go, it's in Newark, which is in the Bay Area, about 3 hours and 45 minutes from Reading. Hit me up, and we'll go. A shout out to a special benefactor who reached out and wanted to support us in our journey. They have provided us with a hotel room for Saturday night, so we can go down there a day before and not worry about traveling the day of the barbecue. And that was provided by people who think that will cost or a person, not the essential workers for democracy, who think that At What Cost is doing good things and want to support what we're doing. So shout out to them. That was pretty awesome. And if anybody else out there that's listening has money and wants to support those types of things, this shit gets expensive, especially traveling and stuff like that. So anything you can do to help, we definitely appreciate. We are not actively campaigning. This is not a campaign season, so that is not a campaign donation. If you're a nonprofit, feel free to kick your cash my way. And with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining. Again, that is our 23rd consecutive. The streak continues. I refuse to take September off, even though this is our break. You can follow us anywhere on the channels. The YouTube channel, At What Cost YT. If you search that, you should probably you can be able to find the channel. Is a great place to catch Worker to Worker episodes that are going up. This meeting is streaming live there, and then I've been doing this weird thing with YouTube Shorts where, like, on Monday I try to think of a theme, and then every other day of the week I do like a YouTube short that piggybacks on that theme. And I'm just doing it on my first 10-minute break of the day, like out in the parking lot back in my receiving area behind the store. So check that out. We've been talking about some shit. Thanks for interacting there, Paul. That's been fun. You get to see people call me communist and stuff, like, out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Someone called you communist and someone called you an idiot, and then they apologized. That was also funny.
Oh, dude, that one was funny. That guy was like, "It's a flotilla, you idiot," and I was like, "Oh, damn, dude, yeah, no, I thought a flotilla was a barge." I like looked it up. I was like, "Oh, damn, yeah, no, it's a group of ships that's not quite as big as an armada, cool." And then just like replied to the guy, "Hey, yeah, thanks for the heads up. I didn't know that. Anything else that you found issue with?" And he's like, "I wish I would have watched the whole video. I I feel bad for talking shit now." Like, oh, that's cool. That was a great interaction, actually. It's funny when, like, people come at you all sideways and then you're just like a normal human being and they instantly feel bad. We should do that more often. And Alexander, thank you for sharing those bylaws changes. I put them in the chat for this room. Adam, you should check them out. They're in the chat for this room. It's that bylaws document. It's
Okay.
it's a pretty cool edit on some very standard UFCW copy paste bylaws that recenter the membership and make the worker the most important part of the union and gives them access to every lever they need to pull to control. So a good template for change for those who may be interested in, wink wink wink, making changes soon. All right, that's a wrap for us. Anybody got anything they want to add before we close off the recording? One hour.
Thanks for the
Perfect
tickets.
timing. Oh yeah, that's sick. That's a $20 ticket, bro. That's thanks to Stockton Teamsters Local 439. Peace. Solidarity. We're out. Later.